Alien abductions came into the spotlight in the early 1960s. However, it is believed that the history of these abductions trace back several decades ago. There has been many cases reported till now, but in this video, we're going to show you the top 5 confirmed cases of alien abductions. So, without further ado, let's get started. The top 5 confirmed cases of alien abductions. Before we start with the countdown, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for more amazing videos. Number 5. Whitley Striber. When talking about the alien abduction, who doesn't recall the name Whitley Striber? He's a famous American writer who is known for his horror novels. He was abducted from his cabin in New York on the evening of December 26, 1985. As he is a writer, he has wrote about this abduction in the book Communion, which was his first nonfiction book. The book was a good seller with over 2 million copies sold. Number 4. Linda Napolitano. The abduction of Linda happened on the 30th of November 1989 near the Brooklyn Bridge, New York. The time was around 3 a.m. when 2 bodyguards saw an object hovering over their heads near an apartment, as 3 little creatures with no hair and big heads came out of a closed window with a woman in fetal position floating through the air into the hovering object. She was abducted, and the aliens also put a long device in her nose. Linda's case is a genuine case because at least 23 witnesses saw similar kind of incidents in the area. Number 3. Frederick Valentich. Frederick Valentich was an Australian pilot who disappeared while on a training flight over Bass Strait on the evening of Saturday, 21 October 1978. Valentich informed Melbourne Air Traffic Control that he was accompanied by an aircraft about 1,000 feet above him and that his engine had begun running roughly. After some time, he finally reported it's not an aircraft. There were many reported of UFO sightings in Australia on the night of disappearance. It's been more than 41 years to this incident, but the 20-year-old Valentich is still missing. Number 2. Travis Walton. Travis Walton was an American forestry worker who went missing for 5 days on November 5, 1975, near Snowflake, Arizona. Walton was working with a timber stand improvement crew in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest. While riding in a truck with 6 of his co-workers, they encountered a saucer-shaped object hovering over the ground approximately 110 feet away, making a high-pitched buzz. Walton left the truck and approached the object, when a beam of light suddenly appeared from the crank and knocked him unconscious. The other 6 men were frightened and supposedly drove away. Walton claimed that he awoke in a hospital-like room, being observed by 3 short, bald creatures. He claimed that he fought them until a human wearing a helmet led Walton to another room, where he blacked out as 3 other humans put a clear plastic mask over his face. Walton has claimed he remembers nothing else until he found himself walking along the highway, with the flying saucer departing above him. Number 1. Barney and Betty Hill. Barney and Betty Hill were an American couple and were very first claimants of alien abduction. This incident took place in a rural area of New Hampshire when the couple was driving back from vacation. It was around 10:30 at night when Betty saw a very bright star moving in the upward direction. As she was looking, it grew more and more brighter. It intrigued her as she urged her husband to stop the car to have a closer look at it. They stopped the car and started to look through their binoculars. At first, Barney reasoned it was a commercial airliner, but soon he had to change his mind as the craft rapidly descended in its direction. The couple quickly returned to the car and started driving the car slowly in order to observe the object as it came closer and closer. At this point, the object passed above a restaurant and signal tower on top of Cannon Mountain and came out near the Old Man of the Mountain. The couple watched as the silent illuminated craft moved erratically and bounced back and forth in the night sky. Barney left the car with pistol in his pocket and moving closer to the object when he saw 8 to 11 humanoid figures who were peering out of the craft's window, seeming to look at him. One of those figures communicated to Barney, "Stay where you are and keep looking." Barney ran back to his car and told his wife, "They're going to capture us." They saw the object shift its location to directly above the vehicle. They drove the car at a very high speed. They heard a sound of something which struck heavily on the trunk of the car. The car vibrated, and tingling sensation passed through their bodies. They were now in a dull state of mind because the aliens had abducted them. A second series of buzzing sound returned the couples to their consciousness. Till that time, they had traveled around 35 miles having vague, spotty memories of the road. They had been in abduction till that time. This incident came to be called the Hill Abduction, over the same surname of the couple. It is also remembered as the Zeta Reticuli incident because the couple stated that they had been kidnapped by aliens who claimed to be from Zeta Reticuli system. That's all, folks. If you have anything to share on alien abduction, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching.